Welcome back to episode 4 of the Steel Legion, you beautiful people. So last episode I might have underestimated our last fight, and we took considerably more damage than we should have. We took more damage from a bunch of tribals than we did from an orc war. So yeah, I just gotta keep in mind that we are not Space Marines, we are just humble Imperial Guard, and I need to take better care of our guys because, well, they're not in very good armour to start with, which obviously isn't great. And it turns out bows and sharp sticks go through flak vests and trench coats pretty easily. Now, what we have started doing is this Devil Strand over here is super important because it is about 56% grown, right? We are going to go and put in a whole bunch of columns. From the columns, we're going to be able to put up roofs, and with the roofs put up, hopefully we can keep this alive during this toxic fallout. How long is it going to last? Well, it could last a couple days to a whole quadroom, or whatever the expression is. A long old time. Now, we did just bring in the hyperdense hydroponics. Now, these are just standard hydroponic basins, but what this mod allows us to do is plant a Devil Strand into the hydroponics, which I am hoping will allow us to make armor because, well, tribals nearly killing us kind of says enough. I like to think we need better armor and more of it, and we need more guns and bigger guns, which brings me on to the research, which we are now working on the carapace armor now, and then we're going into special weapons, which, if I am not mistaken, should unlock the hotshot las gun. For what we got, we can get standard guns, that's not an issue, lots of them. We can get auto guns, shotguns, auto pistols, standard las guns, but what we want is we want the hotshot las gun. That thing is going to do a whole bunch of work for us, and for whatever reason, this deep drill does not matter where we put it. We put it on granite, right? All over here. Keep moving it, dropping it on granite. Keeps wanting to give us marble chunks, which is obviously slightly annoying. What we will do is we'll just put another one. I'm not sure if it's glitching. You know, like when you minify the wind turbines and then you move them, then it says it's blocked by a tree when it's really not. I think it might be a similar thing where it always thinks there's marble beneath it. But details, we will just put a couple more down until we can guarantee a decent supply of granite. Because, well, granite is one of our main bottlenecks because we don't have enough of it, really. And that's what most of these defences are going to be made out of. Now, this episode's plan, we are going to extend down onto this side. So we are going to have mainly gun turrets across here. And then I'm thinking maybe if we can get like a big heavy reinforced door here. Turrets will be able to shoot, do their job. They can't really be got to, and then we have a door here, so what we can do is we can sally round and then take out things that are causing us problems from this side. Because we're not going to have enough people to guard there, but we will have turrets. Anyway, a lot going on, a lot planned, and a lot that we need to take care of. So let's get on with the episode. And a nice thing about the cloth Armageddon pattern rebreather, toxic sensitivity minus 70%. Now you don't shoot as well, kind of makes sense, you're in a gas mask. Global work speed, you don't work as well, kind of makes sense, and you don't move as well. All of those things completely justifiable. And the trench coat, minus 20% toxic sensitivity, so we're on 90% toxic resist, I guess. So it is going to make it harder for us to get taken down, but not invincible. And what we have been doing, because we're super clever cookies, is putting in walls all over the base. So we just need to remember to get rid of them once the toxic fallout goes, but this should stop people just getting unnecessarily ill for some reason. Now, putting it over here is going to be actually a really good idea, which I should have thought about earlier, because it means if it rains or something's going wrong, our characters, well, the colonists are not going to be affected by it, because, well, they're under a roof. So, bing bang bosh, top dosh. Looks like we have managed to save a decent chunk of the Devil Strand. Not a massive amount, but a decent amount nonetheless right there. Would have liked to have saved more, but I reckon we got more than less. Now, some of these are at 60% grown, which obviously is quite nice for us. What we could do if we were being sneaky is just chuck another bio sun lamp in, and that would take a decent area. Now, doing that is not going to be super efficient, because in that space we could just put hydroponics instead. Now, over here, the first lot of the Devil Strand has been planted, so that's cool. That is going to take a while to grow, but it's already at 5%, 280% growth factor. Then you take into account that the bio sun lamp works 24 hours a day, and if we get real sneaky, we could put sprinklers in. And have I researched those yet? Because if we've researched the sprinklers, we can drop them in for an extra growing boost. Yeah, and I think it is safe to say that no, we haven't, unless I put in production. No, we haven't researched them. But when we do, I think that's an extra 150% on top, which makes things grow particularly quick. Behind that, we also have a mysterious infested ship chunk crash, and that is going right on the walls. Is it? Okay, just right there. Not an issue. It'll be full of bugs, and also will give us some advanced components, which I'm not even mad about. With the carapace armor research done, we can now get the Tempestus Iron carapace armor, which also means that we're going to be able to get the armor suit itself, and also the Omni helmet. The Omni helmet is an interesting piece of kit, because if we go yonder, it also gives minus 45% to toxic sensitivity, and because it only covers the head well, it doesn't cover the eyes either, you can wear the rebreather underneath, but it also means we're going to be able to put on like full spectrum goggles on underneath this as well. So that is going to be a whole bunch of armor straight on the old head there. Now, actually, for the armor rating that it gives, 50%. 50% kind of sucks. That is not good at all. But we're going to be able to layer stuff beneath it. So that means even more armor. And with the way that armor penetration works on this game, as it goes from outside in, we might actually end up having a better armor rating than if we just had a decent enough helmet. Now, I generally say like a decent helmet is like 125%. I don't think we're going to get it that high, but there is a chance at it, and I say we go for it. And our first Tempestus Scion helmet is being produced. Now, we do require hyperweave, which is going to take a little while to sort, but we do have, we might have it in here. No, we don't. We do have the ability, yes we do. So we can make hyperweave out of 50 plasteel and 150 chem fuel. That is expensive stuff, but has the potential to be worth it. Just gotta figure out how to get a whole bunch of plasteel now. And this looks like a fun raid. Whole bunch of centipedes, we've got ciphers, lancers, pikemen, and we've also got a termite that doesn't look like it wants to play ball. Okay, yeah, it just wants to tunnel straight through this section here. We will be in trouble if we try to take that out in the open. And without turrets, we are not in a super good situation. So I'm thinking we deconstruct this across here. With that taken down, obviously they're still going to shoot through there and start heading to the base, but there is a fair chance that things like the lancers, the ciphers, and the pikemen will come through the bottom. And if they do, we can take them out. Now, we have enough guys that we can literally just close the distance on the centipedes and then take them in close combat. We've got one guy with a power claw, so he's going to be doing most of the DPS and damage. Yeah, I think that might work. Let's hope that the AI behaves the way that I like. Oh, and we also got, nice, a legendary Tempestus Iron Omni Shield helmet. How long until someone picks it up? No, it doesn't seem like people are too interested in it. Cool, no worries. And Festo, we need you to take this and this out. And how long is that going to take to tunnel through there? Taking a little bit of time, not crazy long. But that definitely gives us enough time to get into defensive positions. And once that last wall falls, we'll start moving across. Okay. Sally up, lads. We got some shooting to do. Okay, interesting. Just avoided the kill zone completely and then came around the back. Now I think if we send Selma down and start aggroing them... Oh, she's also got tank buster bombs. That might be quite useful in this. Put your head around there. Take a shot. And move back. See if that draws anything in. Okay, looks like opening 2 centipedes maybe. No. Cool. Well, this is actually quite fun. I'm trying to figure this out. Turns out we just can't hide from the centipedes. Okay, looks like we might have been able to start baiting them across. And yet again, they just lose interest super quick. So we've gone out, we've taken out a pikeman. They managed to pull back. Okay, you can go off there. No, I want you to go and heal first. And we'll send Augustus with you as well. Okay, we'll put him that way. Okay, then he can tend you up. And yet again, just lose interest straight away. So we need to keep moving down, taking our shots, and then moving back. So we're going to need to figure out a slightly different defensive setup, because these termites keep figuring out how how to get around our base super easily. Always end up in the most annoying situations. Wow. Yet those lances actually really hurt. 51% of Gnu's health just gone in one shot, and Festo lost 20%. Okay, Gnu, I need you to go into the bed, buddy. And Belarus, prioritise tending. Okay, the termite managed to breach the wall, which has now opened this section up. So now we are starting to get a clear line on the mechanoids, which obviously is a good thing, but also kind of a bad thing. We are in cover, which is our main advantage, but there is still a few of them around. And we have a lot of guys with shotguns, and shotguns don't do great in close combat. Well, no, they do really well in close combat, is what I mean. They don't do too well at range. Okay, they didn't heal up Gnu, so Belarus back over there. You need to prioritise tending to Gnu. He needs to live. We don't want to start losing people unnecessarily. Stalk, you got 2 conditions at 88. You're fine. Still got a Lancer left, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to run in. Well, apparently everyone's running that way. Come back here. So yeah, plan. We'll run in. If you guys will go. Yeah, sweet. We can take that Lancer out, and then we're just going to put everyone on search and destroy. Well, ideally melee. And then just punch it all to death. Cool. Not the most efficient way to do things, but it seems to be working. Sweet, yeah, well, it worked. If a little bit tight. Cool. So with special weapons finished off, we can now make the Hell Gun, which is a pretty decent bit of kit. Let's just put those on suspend for the moment. So, Hell Gun. We go into details. 13 damage, which is not exceptional, but decent. 32% armor penetration, which, yet again, not amazing, but still okay. 4-shot burst count. We like that, but the accuracy on it is very good. 70% close, 80% short, 80% medium, and then 70% long with a 1.7 second cooldown. Which ain't bad, which means pretty much all the time, 3 of the 4 shots are going to hit. And now we have a whole bunch of people with them, and then we start getting bionics into people so they can shoot a bit more accurately and shoot faster. We are going to be on for a very good time. Cost wise, it isn't crazy. 105 steel, yeah, okay. 40 plasteel, fine with that. 6 components, that's cool. And then 20 gold, which again is not a massive issue. So we are going to do until we always have 4 in storage. Quality, you're 14 on the building quality, so no one below 14 can build it. Pause when satisfied. We will pause at 4. And quality. Yeah, we want 4 good, always in storage. And I think with that, we should start getting armed up pretty quickly. Helmets are coming along slowly. Getting the plaster was proving to be a slight bit of an issue. And soon we're going to have to start transitioning into the hyperweave so we can make the carapace armor underneath. Now, we've also got our first lot of Devil Strand in, which means we can start kicking out some Imperial Guard armor sets. So I think we are definitely going to need another. Let's go 2 Imperial machining tables, just so we can guarantee that we are going to be able to kick out enough kit quickly enough, because we've got very lucky so far, and something tells me the luck will not hold forever, and when it doesn't, we best be ready for it. I guess I missed this one, but Gnu proposed marriage to Selma. Selma agreed, and 2 of them are now engaged. At some point in the coming days or quadrums, they shall have their marriage ceremony and invite all of the colonists. Cool. Okay, let's put a marriage spot down for them then. And I think just there will be fine. So how are we looking on marble? We have 923 blocks, which might just be enough to do this area. Okay, and then we wall off across there, and then we do something with this bit. Fine, happy days. And also it's going to make the rec room / dining room a little bit more impressive. One day, just one day, I will learn to deal with bugs before they become a problem. And this time, Georgetta has probably got herself in the worst position possible. Literally back to the wall with the bugs pouring around the corner. So she went off hunting, fair enough. I'm not sure why she was, because the drill, Fasto's on it. And she shot the bug ship. So the infested ship module has landed, been shot, and now all of the bugs are pouring out. Georgetta is the newest addition to the colonist, and yeah, she's not in the best armor. Does have a decent helmet, has to be said, and also has a hot shot las gun. But I don't think those are going to save us. So best bet is try to run, loop back round, draw the bugs in front of the autocannon so the autocannons can start shooting. Hopefully the guys are there to offer some fire support, and then take it from there. But this isn't looking great, has to be said. But one way to find out, right? So Georgetta does have 4 hours now. 4 hours might just be about enough if we can get these bugs done quickly. We are going to move in, take the wall. Turrets do a decent amount of damage. Yeah, not too bad, even though once they get too close we can't really do too much about it. And I guess we just got to see if we can take them, drive them back, and if these new guns are going to help us out with much. It would help if we were against the wall. Come on, everyone get in position. We got a colonist to save. Mind you, losing a colonist on the first episode, their arrive isn't out of the ordinary, but they are going to be our designated miner, which is what we don't have, and we keep running into the bottleneck that everyone has other jobs to do, and we don't have someone that is just set to mining. Well, we did, but they're dead, and hopefully we don't lose another. We seem to be clearing through this area okay, so let's push forward. We've still got 3 hours. There is a queen there who is fairly tough, and we've nearly got the old barbed wire set. Another gun line. They're bugs, they can't shoot back, and just keep pushing forward. That was a nice shot. Actually, take it back, those are actually pretty accurate. They just managed to slot that little bug super easy. Cool. Well, we only going to need one person over here, I guess. So, straight up we go. Sleeping spot. Make that medical. And Belarus, you are on rescuing Georgetta. We'll keep the others around just in case there's more bugs, which, yes, of course there is. There's always bugs. And in case we need more medical supplies, basically everyone else has them on them. And then we take this, place in this sleeping spot here. Go off draft, mate, and you work your magic. 2 hours, how many conditions? Not a crazy amount, we should actually be able to patch that up with 3. Cowboy, mate, if you could move back for me, that'd be great. Do you know what? Not too mad with those defences so far. More bugs. Again, always more bugs. So, a raid from the Death Hive coming in. We are reinforcing at the moment this barbed wire line. It seems to be doing okay. It's just when everything starts bunching up, all they do is they go through like a single chain, which makes a lot of it kind of irrelevant. But sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes they try to find different paths. So we've got a whole bunch of paths planned out through here. And hopefully this should slow down just about anything trying to like run in on top of us. As for things outranging us, there'll be a couple things, but these turrets will outrange them. We've also put mini turrets in across the side with military turrets, just so if anything comes up across here, we have something that can shoot across. And then we're also going to put, I guess we're going to need to put turrets in on this section as well. But then also a bunch of turrets across here. But yeah, those auto cannons are super sick. They are a lot of fun. And it doesn't really look like the other bugs are going to be up to too much. So back off draft and everyone get back to work. I am not gonna lie, Empress Evil has it in for us. So we got a high psychic drone, alright, fair enough, by itself not too bad, and then a drought on top. Now thankfully we have started the hydroponics and they are coming along quite nicely. We are adding in a few more, just because we are going to need to ramp up our Devil Strand production by quite a lot, because I have a plan. Now it's not going to be a great plan because they're one of mine, but what we can do is I had a little look through the Armageddon trench coats, and all the Armageddon trench coats look exactly the same. It doesn't matter what they're made out of. So why don't we take an Armageddon trench coat and start making them out of Devil Strand? Having them made out of Devil Strand is going to give them, well, it's going to make them worth more, but it's also going to offer a bit more in the way of armor value. Then also another bit of kit that we need is the Imperial undershirts. These again will be made out of Devil Strand. These take the colour of whatever they're made out of, but they'll be under the armour, so we won't be able to see them anyway. And then anything that is not good enough for our colonists, we are going to be able to sell off. So we're going to start being able to produce a whole bunch of things that we're also going to be able to sell. So the Devil Strand isn't just going to start building up, even though we got a fair amount of it. We got what, like 2,590, which I would say is a decent amount. Nothing game breaking, but a decent amount to have nonetheless. So we are happy with that. So firstly, we're going to get better armor with better armor ratings. And then whatever's not good enough for our colonists, we're going to be able to sell off, which means we're going to get more money than if we just sold the Devil Strand normally. Well, that is the plan anyway. Now, because we are producing a few more marble chunks, we have decided to start marbling in the rooms, well, flooring. And then we're also flooring in the old rec room, hopefully in time for GNU and Selma's wedding. Or Samael. And then get some lighting in so people can actually see what's going on. Got a TV down here, arcades machine, radio, computer, you know, some decent enough stuff. And then as we were saying about earlier, about this section being like its own independent hardpoint, I guess, in a sense. So our guys can come in here, shoot, then when things start going wrong, they can easily slip back through the walls. And once they're back through the walls, they can come up here and then get back to the full point, well, fallback location. So once they're through those doors, ideally they can't really be shot. Now, they are only going to be wooden doors at the moment until we can get auto doors, so yeah, if they get shot enough times, they're going to go down, and then the retreat people are going to be shot, but less so than if they were just running across the open. It also means if anything breaches through this way, they cannot get to our guardsmen. Biggest risk to our guardsmen right now is, well, being in close combat. We are not going to be very good at that, and that will leave us in a lot of trouble. Now, down here, we do have our steel military turrets. These are going to be uninstalled and reinstalled somewhere else, and we are going to start expanding the embrasures across this bit, because just having a little look, these heavy machine guns don't have a minimum range, and they are considerably better than the military turrets, so why don't we just put them across here? So this area along here, like the anchor points, going to be anchored by the heavy machine guns. Then the midsection is going to be a mixture of autocannons and las cannons. And I think that should just about shred anything coming into the skill zone. With these guys up here shooting, all the big turrets shooting, then we're going to have a secondary hard point here with other turrets and stuff. And then maybe something down here shooting up. So yeah, anything that comes into this area is going to have a super bad time. because I doubt it's going to be this episode, but most likely next episode, we are going to go and start picking fights with the orcs and the Tals proper. So it's not only going to be spawned in events, it's also going to be, because it is Rimworld, they are going to be attack us independently as well, which is going to be a whole lot of fun. And now we've got some mad tortoises, which shouldn't be a problem. Our autocannons can easily take those down. So it is now Gnu's big day, so he is heading across to the wedding ceremony. Unfortunately, we were not able to get the rest of the marble tiling done. So here he is, and where is Selma? Oh, nice, everyone else is tidying up. That is a good courtesy right there. If someone's getting married and it's a bit of a shithole, yeah, just go and tidy up and give them a hand. And here comes Selma. All right. Cool. Looks like everyone's just about to get into position. Some people are listening to the radio. We're still waiting on Cowboy. Game on. All right, and it is done. And everyone has decided to leave instantly. Okay, fair enough. All right, fair play. And I think because of our beliefs, the beds should automatically get moved. Yeah. So there is Selma and Gnu's room just there. And they also have a radio next door so they can listen to it. Fair play. And the wedding hasn't even really ended. And we have another termite raid coming in. And when I mean termite raid, I just mean it's mechanoids with a termite in the front. And it looks like they're all heavy charge blaster pedes, which for us is actually quite useful. Heavy charge blaster pedes are easier to deal with generally than Inferno pedes, and especially in combat extended. But they are still going to be able to punch for our armor. Now, with this Devil Strand kit that we got, so this is excellent quality. 36% armor value underneath, and 9.4 blunt, which isn't great, but decent enough. And Gnu does have some cloth-like flak armor, which really isn't going to do a massive amount. Quite a few people now are in the Tempestus Scion kit, which means that they are going to have a little bit more survivability. Easy way to tell they're in the Tempestus Scion kit, other than the helmets, is they have what looks like a big old backpack on their back, which for us works pretty well. And we are starting on our old organ growing into biological framework application, and we are going to make some, not space marines, that is for sure, but some people who are bionically more gifted as such. And going straight back for this location here. We're going to have a whole bunch of time because these walls are a lot thicker and tougher than the other ones. And what I was thinking about doing is moving some turrets into this section. So we'll hard wall along here. So then this will be like another breakpoint. And then have some turrets across here. And then some across there. Because if we know mechanoids are going to keep tunneling through this section if they get half the chance, then we might as well have something to greet them on the far side. Can't do that right now because we are still building all of this along here and it is taking quite a long time. And I am rating this barbed wire. So when our colonists go through, they go through and then they follow the path around, right? Which is quite a lot of fun. Which also means that probably a lot of the tribals will do the same and other people. Which means that what we can purposely do is funnel them into a actually devastating and nasty kill zone, which to me seems quite exciting and quite a lot of fun. Yeah, as soon as those two outer walls fell, they were instantly in. Now, I just realised what I haven't done is I haven't removed the walls across here. So what we're going to do, everyone is going to form up. We're in slightly better armour with slightly better weapons than last time. Still nothing exceptional, but hopefully something that can keep us alive. We know that that's just going to shoot through there, come up along here and take that out. Hopefully it doesn't destroy the sarcophagus, because we do at some point want to bring Bates back to life. Bates was quite useful, you see, so keeping Bates around would be quite nice. And let's go shoot through here and see if we can not aggro any of these mechanoids onto us. And if we go this way, can we get anything? Yeah. And that thing just took a las cannon straight to the face. And yeah, our armor's working a little bit better, but we're still obviously not invincible. What did we actually do? Nearly knocked out one centipede. And that is pretty much it. Termite took a whole bunch of damage. And if we can just slot that termite, I think that their AI should return back to pretty much normal. So everything onto this one, and they should just come and attack us. Maybe. It's not looking like it. Okay, who's injured? You're fine. Georgetta, you probably could leave. And Bonthea, you're fine as well. Okay, let's just keep chipping away at them, and hopefully it happens like last time where they end up just coming around the corner and they're going to be easier to take out. But yeah, fighting mechanoids like this is not the best way to do it. And if there was any more of them, we'd be in a lot more trouble. Okay, you got Stubber, you can actually do a whole bunch of work. You can do a bunch of work. Ripper Cannon's never going to hit anything at that range. Okay, and shields are starting to fall, so time to pull back. And yeah, got a few people that need to go and get healed up. Okay, you go off there, you go off there. Georgetta, you can go Stork, GNU, and Belarus. How many does that leave me with? Not many. Yeah, we can still keep chipping at them. Okay, looks like this should be the final push. Just basically continuously poking our head around the corner, taking shots, and then retreating back when there's too many of them. And hopefully, well, this will be the last push, so no hopefully there. We just got to make sure nobody dies. You're fine, you're fine, you're fine. Yeah, we are good. I'm not sure what they're still shooting at, but details. But for some reason, people don't want to go and heal up at the moment. So we keep having to send people back in. And then Belarus keeps having better things to do than actually tending to people, which is kind of what his priority is set to. But details, a little bit of micromanagement, and we're fine. This looks like quite a fun mechanoid cluster. Seems pretty big. Not crazy. So what we got? 4 Inferno cannons, 2 heavy charge, 3 centipedes, 2 carpenters. Okay. 6 ciphers and what? 3 lancers. Was there a pikeman? Yeah, there's 2 pikemen. Decently sized. Do have their unstable power cells pretty close together, but yeah, even if we take those out, it doesn't really hit too much. Mech high shield and then a mech low shield with a toxic spewer. Of course, it's a toxic spewer. What else would it be? Our guys will be fine. Only issue is the Devil Strand and our crops outside. Still working on the flooring. Pumping out a whole bunch of Devil Strand trench coats. And they offer a very nice amount of protection. It's like 40-48%. And then the t-shirts offer like 30 plus as well. So that's pretty good. We're also starting to dig up some more marble chunks. For the simple fact that we just need marble for the flooring. And we've also got granite on the go as well. Everything is looking pretty good for us. So happy days with that. But here is where I need to draw the episode to the end. So thank you very much for watching the Steel Legion. I've been Gonzi. All your likes, comments, sub support have been amazing. You guys are awesome. And I'll catch you on the next one.